watching the SCAC YouTube channel and joining us today from San Antonio, Texas. Look who it is again. It's the SCAC Player of the Week for the third time this season. Sophomore forward Anecia Richardson of the Trinity University women's basketball team. And Anecia, I mean, you've got to be used to this by now, but we thank you for joining us again.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
We'll start with this. If you kept up a lot with the SCAC last week and with weather in general, San Antonio went through a lot of ice that you don't normally see in San Antonio, and it really gave y'all some adversity as far as traveling. Not playing in Dallas until 9:45, 10 p.m. that night, a very late arrival to Dallas, and then having to go to Colorado the next day. Tell me about the travel conditions. How tough was that on y'all, and how were y'all able to overcome that?
We were supposed to leave at 9 o'clock that morning. We got pushed to 11, then pushed to 1 o'clock because of the ice on the highways, and they had closed them down. Honestly, I didn't think we were going to be able to make it, and I thought our game was going to get moved. But we played that night. We were pretty tired, not going to lie, but we knew what we had to do. We had to step up and get over it, get over being tired. We played at 9:45 at night, which was really weird. I haven't played that late at night ever, but we did it.
That's what I was going to ask. Have you ever played a game that late in your life?
Never. It was crazy.
Well, you averaged 21 points on the weekend, 6.5 rebounds, 4 blocks, 26 points against Dallas. And we really want to pinpoint that Dallas game because your team was down at halftime. You did mention how tired you were. It was a long day of travel. Your team really turned it on in the second half. What were you telling your team at halftime? What were you able to do to come away with this victory?
I mean, Coach Cam was, of course, telling us, like, this happens, try it, but we got to get over it. We got to push it. We got to do what we're supposed to do and play like we're supposed to play. Our captain, Libby, was just like, this happens. Basketball's a game of runs, but now it's time to stop playing around and go in there and run them to the ground. I think we did that.
And it was a big win for your team as you really take control of first place, continue to sit on top at 6-1. I mean, the crazy thing is then you have to go to Colorado and hop on a plane that next morning and get to Colorado where y'all were victorious again. Just tell me, for a confidence level, what's this do for your team's confidence to have this weekend with so much adversity being on the road, to come away with 2 wins and to really sit atop the SCAC standings the way you guys are?
I mean, on the road, we know it's going to be hard. Our coach always says we're road warriors, tough and tenacious, and that's the mentality we have. We have to be tough, we have to be tenacious. Just because we're on the road doesn't mean it's not a good excuse to play any less than we do at home. So, I mean, we knew what was ahead of us. We knew we were taking a plane and then playing off the plane, and we just took it. We knew what we had to do. We had to play tough. That's what we did.
Now, we'll get you out on this. Obviously, going forward, you're going into the second half of the season now. You see everybody for a second time. Only 2 games will be at home in conference. The other 4 will actually be on the road. So what's this team going to have to do from here on out for the success in the second half of the conference season?
I think we're just going to have to get used to not having things our way with these away games. I mean, we're playing on different courts, we're playing with their referees, different balls, everything on that. We just got to know that things aren't going to go exactly the way we want to all the time, but that doesn't mean don't stop playing hard, don't give up, don't blame the road games being the reason for a little trouble in the game. So you just got to have that mentality and get these wins.
Well, things certainly weren't your way this past weekend, but you definitely came away with 2 impressive victories. This has been the SCAC Women's Basketball Player of the Week, sophomore forward Anecia Richardson. Hey, congratulations on a great weekend. We thank you again for joining us, and good luck to you guys the rest of the season. We may see you again. Who knows?
Thank you.
The Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference, a conference of good sports.